Hey, sound design, the art of making something sound like something else. For that we use any tool that we have, usually synths, samples and effects like reverbs, delays, saturation and a big etc. But below the iceberg of regular instruments and effects, there are many unique and sometimes weird sound design plugins. These can create very different textures and sounds from what you're used to. Starting with something that, on the surface, looks simple. Grain That by Sugar Bytes. Now, I know what's so special about a granular effect. I mean, despite being able of creating super unique sounds, granular effects are pretty common. But that's not the reason why Grain That is here on this video. Besides the regular way of programming them, Sugar Bytes also created the Harvester. This is an orbit-based interface where you have all of the same parameters of the plugin. Grain size, time, speed, jitter, even filters and effects. But the way it works is the following. Take the same knob that you can see on the main screen, but you control it by how far or how close they get to this big white dot. I mean, it's pretty visual. You can see a little thing that shows the amount. In this screen, you can move the position of the parameters on any way you want inside this map, and you can also create a route for the big white dot to follow. Just with this, you can already create effects that sound crazier than a regular granular plugin. Using Reid with the Harvester on drums is especially crazy for sound effects and unique kind of percussions. It builds unique sounds, and that's all this video is about. By the way, if you want to buy this plugin or any other plugin that's on this video except the free ones, feel free to use my affiliate links that are on the description. That way a little commission comes back to me. Next plugin is Filter Table by Kilohertz. This is a unique concept which transforms a wavetable into a filter. You have the wavetable, the virtual cutoff point and the Q or resonance, and that's pretty much it. But the sheer amount of possibilities you get by using so many different wavetables is crazy, and it comes with a very wide variety of them. Not to mention that it's super easy to drag and drop any wave file you have, creating your own unique wavetables and experimenting what kind of sound or filter sound is a sample going to create. Now, there are other filter tables out there, and many of them are free, but they work with images rather than sound. Still, these alternatives are super interesting to explore using different images. The free ones are EXP Filter Table Lite and Tuxpect. But there's actually another alternative that works with sound, but to talk about that, I have to talk about other plugins too, because next up is not only one plugin, it's actually a developer, and a free plugin developer on that matter. Iwan Bistro is like a spectral map scientist. He has created very unique sounding effects to mangle sound in very different ways, from a color resonator to a super weird stretcher plugin like Dion. And as I mentioned, he even has an alternative for Filter Table called Freaky Table. Now, most of his plugins are actually patches for plug data, but to use them is super simple. You just need the plug data plugin. So then you put it on a track, and then you can load up any patch created by E1 Bistro. EB Blasphemy is yet another one that works with samples, distorting them in a very unique ways while looping different segments of it. It's like a crazy schizophrenic amen breaker. Next plugin is also a free plugin. You know that I love sharing with you free plugins. And if you appreciate that, subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Thank you so much. This is Thump 1 by Toybox. It's an envelope-based wavetable synthesizer which can create impactful kind of sounds. But you can use it for many different sounds too. Every parameter can be modulated with an MSEC kind of envelope, meaning you can create different curves that will control how each of these parameters using the screen will sound. With this, it's very easy to create drums, basses, and also stabs, but also evolving kind of sounds, even slower ones. It's crazy that's free, honestly. Okay, next plugin is one of my favorite for percussion ideas and loop generation. I'm talking about Live by XLN, the same creators of XO and Addictive Drums and whatever. This is a plugin which will take any sample, detect the transients, and divide them into different chops. Then it will offer you a wide variety of rhythms and variations of sound for those new percussion samples. And honestly, you could use it as it is. I mean, it gives you a lot of different percussion loops and enough customization to have something as you want it. But if you go to the Edit tab, then you can start creating your own rhythms if you want. I mean, you can change slices and edit them with different parameters. So it's not only an idea generator, but also it's a deep percussion programmer plugin. But anyway, it's super fun to use, and you can also export the percussion loops for further manipulation. Next up is not a plugin. Sorry, it's a Bitwig exclusive device. It's a super interesting and unique effect, so stick with me. It's very interesting. The frequency split is a spectral effect which will split the signal in 4 groups of sound chunks. These are interleaved with each other. I mean, it's super easy to see on the visualizer. You can increase and decrease the amount of beans and also change the position and even the width of these segments with these other parameters. Now, just like this, it doesn't produce any sound because it's not like an effect on its own. It's actually a container, meaning you can actually put as many effects as you want on every group of beans. For instance, I have this modulation preset I made, which in each group, I have a different effect. A chorus, a phaser, a flanger, and a frequency shifter. The result is this madness. The thing that makes it special for me is the movement you can achieve with this XY type of control with the dot, because it will change the frequency beans in real time, meaning that different frequencies will be affected by the 4 different effects. So the possibilities are endless and crazy. And even for simple stuff, it sounds very sweet. For instance, using a delay only on one group of beans will give you this nice spectral kind of sound. Or you can go even crazier than the modulations and use different wave shapers and filters with a lot of movement and modulation on each of the groups. Now that's enough of Bitwig, let's go to the next plugin, which is one of the most unique synths I've played with. Sumu by Madrona Labs takes any sounds and divides it into 64 different frequency bins. These then are processed independently but with unified parameters. I mean, the envelope that you can see here is shared for all the 64 bins, but it's actually 64 different envelopes. But it's not like you can go and edit the ADSR of each one of them, because they keep things simple, letting you change the shape but ever so slightly. Now, where this synth shines is on the semi-modular architecture, especially on the pulses modulation. It has 64 pulses representing each of the bins, which are these blue lights right here that move around. These can affect different parameters depending on how you route them. It's basically 64 different modulators, like LFOs or envelopes. It even lets you create unique rhythms and envelopes thanks to the shape parameters. Besides all of that, taking the 64 bins workflow, it has this very nice 3D space replicator where, again, you can select different shapes to organize all of the 64 partials in that space. Each one of these green dots is going to be a partial. And you can even add movement to create a soundscape that sounds more alive and dances around in your ears. It's a very nice binaural effect too. After that, it's time for my absolute favorite drum machine. Originally, it was Drum Computer, but because of workflow and the different synth engines, now I prefer Battalion by Unfiltered Audio. Initially, the sounds are a little bit toyish, but once you start creating more and more stuff and checking the different engines, you get super nice results. I mean, it has its learning curve, but honestly, it's a super versatile drum machine too. Especially considering you can use samples and drag and drop them, so you can use it only as a sampler too. It has a sequencer with different ways of affecting the sound, like velocity, ratchet, panning, send amounts, and variation, and you can set it to be polymetric and polyrhythmic. It's super fun. It's one of those plugins that I load up when I'm bored and I just need something to play with. If you want a deeper dive on Unfiltered Audio, go and check this video. Next plugin is another synthesizer, and one that has a unique oscillator type that you won't find anywhere else. And I think that's not an exaggeration because the developer actually patented that type of oscillator. Have you ever heard about wave slicing? Well, Mini Race by Overkill does that for you. It lets you combine two different waveforms into a new one using slices of each. For instance, let's choose the sawtooth wave, and the other half can be the exponential 7. The little visualizer helps you understand how it works. Not only that, it has parameters like the razor size, which will make the size of the slices bigger or smaller. If they are smaller, they start interleaving between each other. And the other parameter is the duty, which will favor one slice over the other. You You can even tune the slices differently, making even weirder sounds. Or if you want to keep things a little more cleaner, you can sync one slice to the other. It has a ton of different waveforms to choose from, some very weird and even random noises. And the combinations that you can create are virtually endless. Now, if you want to explore more of the possibilities of this synth, I invite you to check out the official expansion pack I made for them. It has a lot of different sounds that really take advantage of the unique timbres you can create with the synth engine. Here are some examples for you. It's really low price, I'm not getting any money for sales, it's just that I'm excited to be part of this. And you can even find another expansion pack made by Dash Glitch. Now, the next plugin is free every time, and it's truly a unique one, and yet it's very simple too. This is the Kiss of Shame, a tape machine emulation, but man, it sounds super sweet. I think this is like a recovery project. I'm not sure about the full story, but I think this was supposed to be a plugin, then it was abandoned, and someone else took the code and finished it. There's more information here on the webpage where you can download it. Now, this is not only that sounds fantastic for tape saturation, it's a unique sounding, dirty, and even lo-fi and broken type of tape machine. I mean, it has that possibility. You can select a mode that emulates it being the most damaged tape machine ever. Then you add age, amount, and drive, and the sound gets completely destroyed in a super nice way. I know that this might not be the craziest plugin on this list, but it's a very nice hidden gem, and it gives you a distorting kind of sound that is also pretty unique. I haven't heard something like that on many other plugins. Because most of the paid tape machine emulations out there are very conservative on the sounds that you can achieve. But besides all of that, the subtle saturation you can get from these also sounds super nice, making it a great free alternative for paid emulations. But anyway, I hope this last plugin don't disappoint you. It's still a super unique sounding effect. But I want to know which ones are the plugins that you consider are like secret, weird, and unique sounding weapons for music production and sound design. Looking forward to read what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and bye bye.